I'm going to record it. Good morning, everybody. Jen and I did not get, I got a text from her at 6 something this morning because I'm an hour earlier and talking about what we're going to chat about this morning. A lot of you, a couple of you are new. Katie Ann, you're not as new. You're kicking butt. I love how much y'all got people fired up. We said we weren't going to talk too much about the new back office, but I guess we'll just talk about it a little bit. I was texting with Andrea this morning that she doesn't have as many answers. You know, they're all constantly working on it. We're learning. I think things are changing by the moment behind the scenes because yesterday there was all of y'all's customers showed up under. I had every customer in our entire line, not just my customers and things like that, and they disappeared. And so there's things are happening. So I think we need to not panic too much. I'm easy to get kind of frantic, but are all y'all's websites work? Have you all gone in and registered? Yeah, I'm talking about that email that have y'all seen the page? Okay, the girl that's sitting at the sunset and it says EVO sign in. Bree Harper and I were talking about this morning that we think that our customers might have to do that too, guys, because right below it says if you're an ambassador register, it says if you're a preferred customer. So that might be something we need to help handhold. Andrea's really good about trying to at least put it back in people's courts. Like, we're all adults here. We've signed up to buy something, be responsible. But I also came from a customer service background. And I mean, I practically, fed people if they needed it. I mean, that's what you do for your customers. So finding that balance of doing too much for somebody and not enough. But this case, I think, is different because they've added this whole new thing and we're all trying to figure it out and we're all spending more time learning about it right now. I don't know how many customers. I mean, I think Bree's got a bunch. And I maybe have 10 or 15 that I might be able to go in and do some of it for them. But I'm trying to still figure out exactly what we're supposed to do. But it sounds like you have to go in and also register again to kind of be active again. I don't know that I guess they don't have to get their order. I think it's so if they want, next time they want to log in and do anything, it's going to ask them to do that. So we're still learning that. And as we find out, we'll put it all together. The back office, I'm still navigating. But I do think all of our websites generally work, and I think you can put in orders and buy things. And if I looked on my back office, and we've added 5 ambassadors in these 2 crazy days, I think that's awesome. Like, I'm not getting emails that tell me we have ambassadors, but there's that. Have y'all seen on the first page? I'm going to pull it up and share my screen. The page that has the main, hold on, I'll get it there real quick and show y'all where you can see that. Like if I'd go to my original, and y'all's originals websites work correct, y'all? Everybody's original website they all set up? Yeah. Okay. Like it reroutes. Like I put in plexuslim.com/Liza Gressley, but it goes to, it stayed there this time. Wow. Maybe that's good. I mean, maybe that's already been changed. This morning, it rerouted in the top of my screen. I'll show y'all. Went to shop my Plexus, but it was still the correct site. You know what I mean? Does that all make sense? Am I confusing y'all? Oh, and share screen. I'm going to share my screen with y'all, and I think that helps so we can navigate. Okay, y'all can see my screen, correct?
Sir?
Yeah. Can I move this thing down?
I don't know.
Trying to move it out of the way. Okay, see up here? Gosh, I got to move this thing. How am I supposed to share my screen there it is. See right there, y'all? That was my original website, and earlier today it rerouted. At the top said, shopmyplexus.com/Liza, but it was still this website. So it looks like they may have corrected it.
Hey, Liza,
see, you did it. See right here, now I just did it again. But it's
Liza, did you hit record yet?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Do you want me to not record it?
No. I just want to make sure.
Okay. It's not the most amazing call I've ever done. Anyway. Okay, so everybody feels confident that their sites work. We can shop, we can add people. I saw on the Destination Diamond page this morning that Laura Clow, C-L-O-W, put in, if y'all can see my screen, a step-by-step how to join because the screen looks a little funny. There were a few issues where somebody bought, when you joined, $34.95 got added to the $133.95 by accident, and I think hopefully that's being fixed. So there's a couple glitches, just don't panic. And I think if we've learned anything, Andrea, and Roz and Celeste, they stay really positive even in some of this chaos. And I think that's gone a long way. I even actually was talking to my husband about it this morning. I'm like, oh my gosh, this stuff's crazy. And he said, Liza, drop it. Be positive. Nobody wants to be around negative people. Just figure it out. And I really do think they're busting their butts behind the scenes. They're not just flaking. So anyway, the next thing, I think I've talked about this before. I don't know if anybody on here is new that's heard me say this, but now that we've got a lot of new people, I had an email this morning from another girl on our team here in Dallas, and she was just a little discouraged that she goes, I went to this meeting, Andrea encouraged us to think about who would you want to be in Maui with? Like, who are your dear friends that you would love to do this with? And it'd be so fun to do it with. And she's like, I thought of, 5 on the, maybe 5 more. And one is on my team, one's a customer, and, one like wants nothing to do with it. And so I'm kind of struggling. How do y'all have all your good friends doing this? And Andrea, I think, is the better answer, because I think she had 1,000 friends on Facebook before she even started this. And a ton of these women all went to First Baptist together, and they've been doing life together for years, and they all jumped in together. It was just fun. That was not my case. I've got a couple close friends, but I have, I've lived in lots of places, and my best 5 to 10 friends in each of those cities are not doing this with me. And I said this in the call last time we did this. Please, 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 all you new people, please personally email and reach out and call all these individual close friends of yours and tell them what you're doing. Tell them how excited you are about it, and that you want, like, this would be so fun to do together. Do you want to look into it with me? And let them know before I'm going to start posting about this. I know we've talked about this, but guys, that's my biggest regret and I don't know how I'm going to go back and fix it, because I'm already almost 2 years in. But to my friend this morning, I said, but maybe in my position, and any of it that have been in longer, like Jen and I, can maybe send one of those emails that's sort of, apologetic or humbly, kind of just humble yourself. Say, listen, I feel so kind of stupid. I didn't really approach this the best way because I didn't know, but I've been in this almost 2 years. It really is awesome and fun. And I'm seeing these people go on trips together that are all best friends from college, way before Plexus. I would love, like, you see, I've been doing this almost 2 years. This wasn't a fly-by-night thing. It's legit. People are really making money, and these products, more than anything, are amazing. I think being able to explain that. All right, y'all, everybody mute if you're not talking for the moment, because I'm blabbing. But anyway, I just think that's critical. And that's the least embarrassing thing. If you're brand new at this and people don't know, and you usually email them a funny thing, or you talk often or whatever, just say, hey, okay, I'm so excited about this. The hugest part of a lot of the success is on social media. And so I'm going to start posting about this stuff on Facebook, but I wanted to tell you personally. So does everybody kind of get that thing? Like, I really, really, wish I could have done that. I would have done that before, because I think that would have gone a long way. I need to know what y'all need to know about. We didn't get a lot of feedback this Friday night, and, asking people what y'all want to hear about. But what comes to the top of your mind other than the back office questions that we really don't know the answers to, and that we'll let you know when we know? Who's got a topic or a question they need motivation on? Or would y'all like to do a call in the future where we do 30 minutes of this? I've got a boot camp that it's a step-by-step kind of marketing strategy, things like that. Like, y'all give me ideas of what you need, and we can go from there.
Well, okay, I have a question.
Okay.
I talked to or messaged with Jennifer Dowhauer yesterday. I'm really thinking about doing an event, but is it worth it? I mean, Liza, how many events have you done?
I don't know. I did 2 in Hilton Head this summer. I've done a couple in my house. Not many, got the one in Atlanta with y'all, Jen, like 5 or 8, not a ton. I should be doing them more, probably. And my next door neighbor, Sarah Mayo's out there. She's going to.
You've had success.
Huh?
Have you had success?
I think it's been a lot. Well, a couple of events have been training events for existing investors, and that's helped. I think the Atlanta one, I got a couple people from that. I think it's a numbers thing. I think you need to have them more often. So it's not, and I know some people are like, well, I don't want to go to these every other day, but at the same time, maybe it's, hey, I've noticed that Jana has one of these once every other week. Maybe I can go to that one finally on that. I've been wanting to go, but I can't. Like, we're all crazy busy, sports and whatever, right? So it's not just not going because they don't want to. There are events here in all day long, Andrea and them, they're doing stuff. I don't know how they do them all, but it's just, there's so many of them here that it's, three different people here, three different people here. But having that many opportunities to go and hear it and might be a better option. So I wouldn't put so much thought and effort and stress into one event that you may or may not get a ton of people. It's really to do a bunch of them, and it'll help you get better at it, and you'll get used to it. And I'd love to come to Atlanta and help Jennifer, Jana, Bree, all of you girls. We can do that. Find a place and go through this thing, and not make it so pressure. Like, I have to do this perfect presentation. I've never spoken in front of people. Like my face and my hands used to go numb when I had to speak in my other job. I hated it. But this is like, oh, it's at this fun restaurant. Everybody's got some chips and salsa, and you're in my house, and we got chicken salad, and people are, chatting about their day. And then you just throw it up on the screen and be like, all I know is this stuff's amazing. And this is, here's some great info. And y'all, it's $35 to join. And, and that conversational one, Dowhower, that they do, that's more like, who goes to a gym, who pays for a gym and never goes? Who, how much do y'all spend on prescription meds, and getting the conversation? And it doesn't have to be some perfect corporate, speech. So I think you need to have, you got to put them on the calendar, like right now, like quit saying, I'm going to have an event. Just sit down with your October and be like, okay, you three find a day and, work with your calendars and say some Saturday afternoon, from 4 to 6. I mean, Bree, does your church have a facility y'all could use?
I don't really know the answer to that. I don't know how they, I'm not sure how they let you use the rooms or not. I mean, they have a million rooms. I imagine that they would,
yeah,
as long as it's not on a Saturday or Sunday, because they have church on Saturdays and Sundays.
Well, and also I think when I did a table at my boot camp here, I could go and put out a table. I could not sell anything. I could give away things and tell information. And that's what the church, they may have those kind of rules. That's all it is. Like, you can't have the church promoting it. But I mean, this event I announced in Denver the other day, it's at a church down the street where I used to live. So there's plenty of those rooms. I guarantee you just have to call and find out what their rules are. Like North Point, Andy Stanley's church is massive. I don't think they allow it because they have so many things. But, finding a little bit smaller, Jen Dowhower, I don't know if you asked. Have you asked about yours?
Yeah, we just did ours at the church where my kids went to preschool, and I just called and said, hey, can I have a room? I mean, they charge you a little bit, and
Okay.
I would assume every church might have a small charge. I think ours was $65,
Okay.
but I mean,
If
that's
three of you split it, it's $20,
clean the room and everything. But
Right.
you could probably, if you just say like, I just need a large Sunday school room or something like
Right.
that.
Right.
Not the
I've
whole.
got a place. My sister's offered, so I've got a place. I just need to do it.
Okay. I mean, seriously, that's your challenge, Jana. If you don't have a meeting before the end of October,
I know, I'm going to have one probably like 2 weeks, I think.
Okay. and throw out there a bunch of people like, and I will give you exactly, I've probably already given it to you, the PowerPoint you can do.
I was just thinking about
love
this. Sarah Marble does one every week at Panera or something
Yeah.
crazy. It's like every Monday night at Panera. And
We went to, the training that Andrea did the other day was at this huge place called Spring Creek Barbecue. And it's like this massive barbecue joint, and you go in like a cafeteria style. And we all got trays and went in this huge back room that had 2 TVs on it. And the room was for free because she bought lunch for, 50 people. And so, and she bought it to get everybody, I guess to get everybody there. It was sweet. But everybody can buy their own. It's $10 for lunch. You got everybody eats lunch. So it wasn't a big deal to go order your own. And making sure if you do a restaurant, letting people know, like, I'm not buying everybody. We did that Chewy's place in Atlanta. We weren't buying everybody margaritas and quesadillas, but
we did buy chips and salsa.
we did, yeah.
I know that one lady thought we should have bought her lunch.
Yeah, that's, whatever. Because when you don't know how many people are coming, they got to understand that. You can't just throw it out there and then 50 people come to eat. But anyway, does everybody know where on my page to go find that PowerPoint to do an event?
It's in the files, I think. I downloaded it.
Okay, y'all see my screen right here, files? This is opportunity meeting or tasting event that I did. That's the one right here. Or how to host. That's sort of just a step-by-step we went through. So the boot camp, this is one we can go through together, but I'm sharing it with y'all so y'all can sit down. Like, KDM, your team is growing, and if you want to get a few of your folks on the, here we go, on your phone, do one of these little calls to just go through it. I mean, we all can read it, but sometimes it helps to go and all do it together and talk about it and brainstorm together.
Okay.
We need to do that online.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that, Liza and Jen. I don't know where, like, my new people are like adding people their first day. They don't even have product yet.
Amazing.
So I'm like, oh my gosh.
Awesome. But that's how a lot of these other folks, Andrea and them were too. They're like, they got to check before they even got their own product.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So training those, like, it's almost as if their new people are my level ones too,
Yes.
if that makes sense,
Yeah.
because they're all coming in at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So what do y'all suggest as far as getting them like up and running quickly? Because they're all just, I mean, like my new girls are like, Katie, and I can't even keep up. I work a full-time job and people are just messaging me all the time. And I'm like,
Okay.
I don't know.
I think on the A team or Roz, let me look real quick. I think there's like now you're an ambassador, now what? Like the first steps to do. And hold on, new welcome pack options. Hold on. I'm pretty sure there's a good new ambassador checklist here.
Okay.
This one says. They've got, and then of course so many people have written their own, so there's not really a right or wrong one. So oops, hold on, let me open it. Move. This thing's making me crazy, y'all. I can't
I
make
think the best thing to tell people to do is watch the training videos. Even if they're based on the old system, the ideas are going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I know it's either Sonia or Sarah Marble has a similar title. I'm an ambassador, now what? Or now I have a team, what do I do?
Okay.
And tell the girls to watch that too. The more videos I watched, the more comfortable I felt with everything.
And here's, look at this checklist that was just on that page.
Oh.
Lawyer back office. See, this YouTube, that's not going to be, like you say, that's one's not going to be as relevant because the back office looks different. But the concept of making sure your auto qual is on and understanding that. Like the very first meeting I went to at Andrea's house where Roz and Celeste spoke, it was longer and it was literally like each product, it was like, this is what Slim is and this is what this is and this is what this is. And then we got to that next piece of the business side. And it did say, okay, and here's what you do if you want to sell it. You pay $34.95 and you get this website. And then what you have to do is to get paid, you have to do this. You have to buy or sell $100 worth, and you have to have this auto qual thing on. And so it was really just a step-by-step, and maybe that's what this tutorial does.
Okay.
Back office, I put mine, I think I updated my shipment yesterday, but my auto ship, so it's up to date. But just the concept, but it has to be, and it's just a simple sentence. Like, to get paid, you have to buy or sell $100 worth, period. And you have to have this order on that says you'll buy the $100 worth. You don't, I mean, like you say, you don't have to have it on, but then you're not in the game. Simple. And then went through the comp plan and stuff. So have they even had a chance? Probably not to even, I mean, how are they getting them to sign that quick with that little information? What do they know? Like, my friend likes it and feels good and her waist is getting skinnier. Is that all that's all they know and they jump in?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's fine. I'm just wondering. So then the cool thing is you say, okay, now that you're doing this, here's the great news. Here's how we make money doing this. This is even like, it gets better. And then, and we can do that. If you say, guys, will you make a video, or we need to just find the Sarah Marble one or whatever, the Sonia Dudley, and they're literally by topic. I love the one I just posted the other day with Jen Hawkins. That one. Did you remember that one? That's a great one you need to send. Say, guys, this is awesome. This is a great intro. We need to educate them on the actual products and the comp plan, and then the whole marketing, make a list of 100 people and how to follow up and none of that can even happen to you know what you're doing.
Okay. So you're saying don't invest a ton of time into, don't invest a ton of time into, have them go out and figure it out a little bit more on their own. Just provide the resources for them.
Yes, because you'll spend and that's what Andrea, they said, you'll spend your time telling all these people things. And the whole reason that people do well and this explodes is basically duplication. You've got to teach, and we all need to own our number ones. Everyone has to take care of their number ones. And if you take care of your number ones and they take care of their number ones, you're not worrying about number two that you have to help.
Right.
So I'm like you said, they're kind of your ones right at the moment, and that makes sense, obviously. But if you're like, okay, I made a list on Word the other day. I'm like, who are my number one, my level ones And I made it by active and inactive because I have several that have dropped out or just aren't doing anymore. So I'm not going to bother them right now. I know they're not really in the game. They're white lined. It's been like that, whatever. The ones that are in, even yesterday, I'm like, okay, I might need to do with this back office thing. I want to make sure all my number ones have done this, registered to the new site. And I want to make sure I've helped them figure out how to get all their own customers back in gear. So we're all back in moving forward.
Okay.
Because the only thing that unnerves me a little right now is that y'all are exploding and it's amazing. And I don't want this bump in the road to slow us down.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
It was like this simple little website. Now it's like, where'd it go? Like, why are we having to start over? And, and I texted Andrea, I'm like,
The one good thing about that though is just with the new girls that are all joining, this is the only thing they're going to know. So their
Right.
back office has to look real clean and simple. It doesn't have like 5,000 customers and ambassadors everywhere. It's
And I
just,
think that's already gone. I think y'all's customers are not on my site anymore.
no, I don't see customers anymore. I just looked at mine.
Okay.
And let me log in real quick on mine. And gotta move y'all over. Whoop. See right here, y'all. Did y'all see that? Let me go back. Crud. Okay, see this page? Can everybody see my screen? This is the page they sent us, right? Well, all of us, we couldn't do this. It was like, it doesn't know me. We had to do this first, right?
Yeah.
But look, if you're a preferred customer, you must do it too. Which I'm not sure, because that's just asking them to do more when I feel like it took us enough to get them to be customers. But okay.
I might, the people that are problem child type people, I might send them a note.
Right.
Or I might wait for them to contact me and say, hey, I'm having a hard time accessing my account.
Right. And nothing's going to happen. Like if they're already preferred customers and their order goes out on the 15th of the month, nothing's happening right now. They probably don't need to log in. They know their thing comes every month on the 15th. It's going to show up. And then if they're like you say, Jen, I want to add some X factor to that. And I went to log in. I can't get in. We've got this to say, here. And maybe in the meantime, I don't know if we can go in and do it for them. It might be helpful. I don't have a ton of customers,
We would have to know their username though.
Well, their username used to be just their number. That's what Bree did for her mom this morning. She looked up her mom. She was like, okay, here's a customer. It's my mom's. But here's what happened, y'all. When she logged in, Bree went to her own back office to get her mom's ID number. It was totally different than the ID number she'd written down. It was a totally different number.
Nice.
Isn't that right, Bree? And
it was the number that I had for her, when I tried it, it said it was invalid. So then I went to my back office and looked, my new back office, and what it had was a totally different number. And it worked once I logged in with that number.
Yeah.
So I think my customers have different numbers.
Right. And
Than they originally had.
She goes, I printed all my reports from, 2 days ago. I'm like, why did we not think of that and like get all of us to print everything? But what you're saying, Bree, is if you'd had a printout with your mom's name and her customer ID number, that was not the same number. And I don't know how that happened. But anyway, hoping we can make this transition smooth because I want us to move forward. I want to keep booming. I do not want to be backing up and having to fix things and, trying to hold on to the ones we've got. I want us to be like exploding.
And also, once I added her, once I went in and activated her preferred account, now she's showing up on my right side as a new member.
Right here?
So, that little box on the.
Yep. See this, new members, guys?
Because new members. Yeah, so I only have the ones that were like new customers yesterday, and then now my mom is under there too. So maybe once you activate them as preferred customer, they're going to show up as new members. I don't know.
Y'all are amazing. There's like 10 people since the second. Do y'all see this? Are these people on our team? Do y'all recognize these names?
I think those are new customers.
2, 3. Are they customers? And see, that's what I can't tell. I know Lindsay
They're
Moore
customers.
is the ambassador.
Yeah.
And Dana Snowden and Ellen McClure. These are okay. One of these is the name. Oh,
And,
see,
unless
right,
I think it's that whole thing where they thought that they were ambassadors. Because two of these people just signed up yesterday and they got letters that they were, welcome to your new team.
what was their name?
The ambassador letter. Missy Stewart
Okay, that's not even.
and Kim Hockman is the other one.
Neither of those are on my little list. So I didn't know if this meant ambassadors, guys. Oh, well. And this thing, do you see right here, guys? You have to click regenerate the report for that to actually show up stuff here. So anyway, I would think the main thing right now is if we can just get people, if they want to be customers, they can get to our sites and they can buy and they can get on and they can join. And I think by the time their products come or they start joining, they're working behind the scenes really fast. And I think this stuff is all going to make more sense by the day. I mean, like this key measures wasn't even on there yesterday. Do y'all know? Did y'all see that?
It does look better than it did yesterday.
This wasn't
I can't
here.
tell what's different, but
But this, I can't figure out like my points. I have 94 points, but I don't know where they're from. So you do this and it says just the ID name, like, but it doesn't, I think that's going to populate probably. Don't y'all?
Yeah, I can't figure out the commissions and the pay points yet. I've had girls asking me about it. I'm like,
Okay.
I just don't think it's ready yet, right?
On the back office, or do you not just
Back
understand?
office.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. I don't think it's correct yet either. I'm not as worried about that. I trust that it's all in there. They just haven't done it because that email. Did y'all get the email? I told Bree to not get this email. Are y'all getting these emails? This one last night. It was at 5:30 or something last night. Did y'all get this?
Mm-hmm.
It says, as you know, it's up and running. Here are some facts, updated things and problems or whatever. Y'all got to make sure. I don't know if you're not getting, I mean, I may, as they do this the next few days, I may post on my thing and say, they just sent a new email. Did everybody get it? If you didn't, I'll send it to you. Because you don't know if you don't get it, obviously. So as these come in, I'm going to put it on my team page and let y'all know. Because Bree, you're not getting them, right? And I don't know that the back office is equipped for you to go in and say, I want it right now. So I don't want you to miss out. But it even clearly said here, we knew that people were getting emails that made it sound like they're ambassador. We know that they're saying their next ship order date is wrong. Like they're fixing all this quickly. So it said the history is going to go back to January of 15 over the next few weeks. Like it's not in there yet. So that's going to be hard. So it's going to be hard to interpret data that's not all loaded. Make sense? But did y'all understand? Does anybody not understand how we get paid in the commissions and pay points, how they work? Does everybody kind of get that drill? I've got 5 minutes remaining. So we talked about letting everybody know you're doing this. Katie Ann, you please pass that on because you got so many new people. I think that's why you've been successful because I think you did that. You reached out way, the proper way.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I mean, I think it was I think maybe the angle I did was sort of mysterious, like, ooh, because that's how I was intrigued. I saw Andrea's pink drink. We just kind of Facebooked each other and I see her in chapel with this water bottle like this, and I'm like, what's that?
Yeah.
And so
I
I
wish
was
that
kind of cool about it,
I wish that I had sent an email because y'all said, I still haven't even sent like a friends and family, but the only thing I did do, because I was brainstorming about this after talking with Jen, was with my closest friends, I just kind of laid it out there and I was like, you guys, this stuff is working. You need to give it a try. Like, I would love for you to do this with me. And that's all I said. And I just kept planting the seed. And I was like, when are you going to do this with me? You're crazy to not be trying this.
Right. I mean, and that's Celeste's story that Jen Hawkins did that. She told her about it for months. And then she bought it for 8 months from Jen and wouldn't sign up. And the same thing, Jen was like, you're crazy. Why aren't you doing this?
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. I mean, if I told you to go to Target and get a cute shirt there, you'd go 5 minutes later. Why are you being hesitant?
Yeah.
But, you have a great health testimony too. And I think it's harder with some of this if somebody hadn't lost the weight they want to lose, or like, I didn't have a thyroid issue. I didn't have,
Yeah.
I didn't have some major, migraines that are gone now.
Yeah.
So, but I do think that doesn't have to stop you. You have to say, listen, like my mom and my dad, or my friend Jen Dowhauer's daughters. This is my friend. We're in each other's weddings. Like, this is not just strangers. But anyway.
Yeah. Is there I was going to ask this, is there like a graphic or something that shows how much you get paid on bonus products? Like you get a certain amount for the triplex combo each month.
Here it is. You ready?
We have that.
Yep. Go to the home page. Let me log out real quick. Well, it was there. We'll see if it's there now. Okay. Let's go to watch this. I can't see it. Dang it, y'all. Here, I've got it saved right here. All right. This is the old one, but we'll see if it works. On the main page, when you're not even logged in, under opportunity, the word opportunity is going to come up, and you scroll to the bottom of the screen. It's got the one-page comp plan. And in that, we can probably create a preferred bonus one. Okay, see, do y'all see my page now?
Yeah.
Okay, scroll all the way. Okay, hit the word opportunity. And then scroll all this great stuff about why it's so great to have a home business and all these 11 ways to earn. The very bottom, see this comp plan summary chart?
Yes.
Okay, here it is. Okay, and here's the preferred bonus chart. See it?
Beautiful.
So you could probably like screenshot and crop that if you just wanted to show people that. But
Yes.
this is a great thing to print and have with you to show you all the different ways you get paid.
I keep mine on my fridge and then I cross them out as I, like,
Yeah,
like, so I know what I'm working for next. And
right.
That's good.
So that's where that is. And
Thank you. Okay.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
And there's one in Spanish. So this one's a longer one, this comp plan one right here. It has this whole, this is actually kind of fun for people to read just because it talks about some, the payouts, more detail, and it gives a good example down here of, we got less than a minute, it's going to cut us off, but it gives an example of what pay points and what the check could be. For example, right here, if you sponsored 3 and they sponsored 3, and the points as they go down, it's this many points. And if the points are valued around $325, that's $15,000 in the month. Like that's where the people go, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
And how it builds up as the people, it's about a lot of people doing just a little effort moving forward every month.
Yep.
So this is kind of a good longer version of that chart.
Awesome.
It explains it more detail, but I would save both of those. So you can be like, all right, guys, you love the products and here's how we're going to get paid and make a strategy. So all right, it's going to cut us off. We all please write us other questions. Jen and I will talk after this for a minute and figure out tomorrow's call that anybody else, what they would want to hear. Maybe we'll know more about the back office too in the meantime, but this was great. We had a good crowd. I know a lot of it gets repetitive, but I swear the more I repeat it, the more I learn myself. Like it just kind of keeps the 7-day challenge thing. Follow up with people there, y'all. I'm going to throw a contest on there.